The problem with coronaviruses, and I want to give a comparison. So what was Dr. Fauci's holy grail of vaccines? HIV. Where are we with HIV and a vaccine 40 years later? We don't have one. Why? HIV also has a spike protein. Now, it's a different protein, but it always mutates ahead of our efforts. Now, any and every virologist worth their salt that understands the family of coronaviruses realize that we don't have coronavirus vaccines for a very simple reason. It's a tricky little bugger. It always mutates as well. And so it has mutated ahead of our vaccinal efforts, and it always will. We're playing whack-a-mole with the virus. That's why early treatment was so important, not chasing an always mutating virus with a vaccine. But the most important aspect of this virus in and of itself is that spike protein. And which part of the virus did we choose to focus on with these injections? The spike protein. Which is the most toxic, cell-harming, organ-harming, body-harming portion of this virus? The spike protein. In retrospect, now we can say, was this a good idea? I think you can answer that question for yourself. That's just a basic overview of this particular virus with which we're working against. Where are we now? Omicron. We're not on Delta. We're not on Alpha. This original shot, this Wuhan variant, went extinct in humanity over a year and a half ago, and yet it's still in the gene-based injections. We're giving a portion of a gene to make your body make a toxic protein on the surface of its cell for something that's extinct. Now, what about it? The Omicron variants, BA4, BA5? Almost gone. We're on BQ, BQ1. Again, we're at that point where it keeps mutating ahead. So those are almost extinct. Now we have this magical bivalent vaccine for a family that always mutates ahead of us, and Omicron is kind of the funny uncle in the family. It has mutated ahead. So the problem is we are taking an approach with an infectious agent that's moving ahead of us constantly. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Dr. Cole.